I so happened to have beaten this game, and I wanted to try out the Blood Ties DLC that came with the game. I wanted to try it for the second time, but we're going to do this in VR mode. And then after we finish on the VR mode, we're going to do it on... We're going to do the Laura's Nightmare. See what kind of DLC trophies I can get at the same time. Alright. So as you can see, I already beaten it. But I want to do it again. But this time in VR to get the experience. So I hope you enjoy as much as I will enjoy. Now, if I put my foot next to something, because I'm hearing that this game will have you going in circles. But it's actually pretty fun. Yes. Okay. So, recommendation, if you're ever going to play this game, never play the game with free unless you really, really don't mind getting motion sickness. It has some discomfort because when you move around, you feel like your body want to just go for it itself, but I started getting nauseous maybe within the first 5 minutes of me trying that. So the best thing to play is this. You can alternate, you can turn your character, you can turn before you even teleport to the other side. It's actually pretty interesting. So here we go. That's here we go. Whoa. It's like right in my face. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Final notice to Lara Croft, current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
The treasure of the ancients.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Nice. Whoa, I am so deeply immersed in this game right now. It's trippy.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research. Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad. Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice. This is probably my grandfather, Benjamin.
Woo, could be.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. But I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Ah, forgot I can play it. They get thing in his room. I'll be back with you safe. Hold on 1 second. Let's do this. All right. Now, where was I?
The door to the library.
Concludes.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages. Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor. Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt. Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Yeah, I don't want to fall down the stairs and break my neck.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
So my uncle's an asshole.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
Okay, so I'm done.
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix. A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew. This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
What does that say? Oh, haha. Stop snoring, lover. I mean, stop smoking, lover. Ooh. God damn it.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of it, darling.
Need a key to open this.
But
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady.
Yeah.
You've the soul of an explorer.
Not,
But don't grow up too fast.
I won't. Trust me. Weird shit happens when I get older. Especially when I got on that island. Oh God, the shipwreck. The Jeebus.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip. Should be able to explore the dark now.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... Oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
There's a woman like this in my life. God damn it.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering.
Okay, Dick.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
One second. Sorry about that. Okay. All right.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
Yeah, you're not alone. Yeah, I ain't see you before. How you doing?
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
But love is strong. Okay, I hope there's no zombies down here. Oh, shit.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her
actually did
decidedly
shake me a little
proper
bit.
upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun.
God, I hate this reality for that reason.
Ruins.
No.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Now, one thing I like about this part of this story is you get to learn about her parents and like how her parents got together and everything, and like the controversy they had to deal with. And you learn about her too.
Amelia,
And
I
this
know we have had
uncle.
our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Because I'm a dick. Oh, I don't want to go in there.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions.
That's a fact.
Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Ah. Let me stop. Thank God
King
you can't.
to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Okay, something's here. There's a hole in the floor. But for now, I'll leave it be, I think. Hey, oh shit. Get the fuck away from me. I mean, oh gosh, that sounds amazing.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be
Been
a
wondering
nice
how
moment
you
for
would
the
do
two
in
of them
Laura's
to
nightmare,
reconnect.
LOL.
And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Yeah, the good thing about it is not in VR, so I can play that sitting down. Ha ha ha. But the funny thing about it, I took the scare away from it. I gave him big head mode, so it's like it immediately took the scare on the first time I played it. I'm gonna try again. But it makes sense that you can't play it in VR. Very funny. You see you play Nightmare in VR. Shitting bricks over here.
Dad loved a good bottle of
LOLOK.
wine. I can still smell his
Koopa.
favorite board.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for
I'll be
this
seeing you
is the only
soon.
path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient
Oh,
Egyptian
shit.
tripwire. The keepers of knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
So it's only her house you can use VR?
Pretty much, yeah. Remember, this one when VR first started, so like they wasn't too sure about much of anything. But it also give you like a nice haunted house type vibe. So, see, like that's creepy down there. Without the flashlight, like a freaking horror zone. Like if something would have popped out, I would have been like, "Oh shit!" But look how close it is. Look how. Isn't this amazing now?
R-I-C-N-O-E.
Huh?
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Resident Evil.
Ha 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 ha. I'll play that a little bit later. Meanie. It looks a lot different when you look at it in VR than when you do in the actual game.
No, I mean, can you VR the two?
Yeah, you can VR Resident Evil, the full game.
Made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
Yeah, you can VR the whole game. Like that one is like only difference is
from the main hall above.
The mini games are not in VR, but like the main game is definitely in VR. Told you to be back for you. Come here.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Oh geez, that would scare someone emotionless.
Too bad I'm not easily scared. Don't pay me no mind for the other things I just did. Okay, I'll be back soon. There's something with that area over there. I just gotta find out what.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
That's a good thing.
There's a
You
missing
can
page.
get through the game.
Well, you know what? I haven't played it in VR, so like it may be a little different. So you maybe see, oh, when I
tonight, she packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met, I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt
That you are
like
Richard,
this before.
LOL.
I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Yeah, he loved her.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Man, come on, tell me this is not cool.
Too bad his face was in the books.
Yeah, I
I
know.
always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was
But
just
he loved
something
her.
I had to live with.
And she loved him.
But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the
Of
time
course,
being.
the type of
Now
love
I am
couples
going
should
to meet
have
Richard.
LOL.
I would
True.
bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
A bit more famous. A little cocky there, I see. Yeah, this game is silly. If I can reach out and touch it, I feel like I can just do it, but I can't.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off.
Ow! Stop! You're sucking my face.
Properly.
Ow! Stop sucking me on my face. What kind of cheap ass controller is this? Oh shit! Ow! Okay, enough of that. Ow.
LOL, really?
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
I definitely need some invisible ink. Like some dirty notes. Okay, let's see. What should I touch first, the book or the recording?
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
The day. That's what I forgot, okay.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out
Awesome
the
parents and butler to do that
There's
for
something
Lara.
else here.
I didn't, hold on.
Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather. Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
Flame on!
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before. And they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life? This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Until he started attacking you. Well, yeah.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I wish I could touch this chair. Shit, look, I'm so close up.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always...
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs. Takes me back. Those were good times.
Yes,
the
it
best
was.
times. This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Damn, this mansion is old. But it's messed up badly.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
So yeah, I'm black.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key. We made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Where is it?
X marks the spot, as they say.
Okay, it said next to a bookcase. Where's the bookcase? Oh, right over there. Okay, there's more bookcases everywhere. Like, I see something glowing, but I'm not pointing to that direction right now. Okay, where is it? Only if I had some help. Do you know where the thing is at?
Check that.
Oh, thank you. That was my attempt on doing Dora the Explorer. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, Dora.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Ooh, I got the key.
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor,
Yes, it
including the Forbidden West Wing.
Okay, can I go up there? Damn it, I can't take a shortcut. Can I do a shortcut now? Shortcut.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
Now you can
I
see
think
the
this
runes.
hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which
One.
one?
Which one?
Oh,
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Okay. Let's go downstairs. Yoinks!
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Winston was that OG.
I wonder what happened to Winston.
He probably passed away from old age. Because she did mention he was old. But Winston wasn't Winston in the previous series, before the reboot? Because she did have a butler. Oh yeah.
True.
The Croft family crest.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Worse than I thought.
Hell no. Come on. Do I have to go in here? Do I? Do you want me to go in here, finish this part of the game?
I'm hoping in the next game her house will be fixed, lol.
It should be. Ah.
Yes, please do, lol.
Okay, Lara, keep it together. You're starting to see things.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate when you said that. Oh shit, what was that? I mean, yeah, what was that? That was good. Yeah.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again.
That's
but
right.
I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please.
Oh, sorry. Wow. All right, let's do this.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
Tomboy for the win.
Exactly, that's a fact. You know, female tomboys. Sorry, tomboys.
I stood up to my
Oh,
family's
female tomboys.
criticism,
Duh.
stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in.
Because you can't be a
How
little
could love
lazy.
flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice.
Lemon juice,
I
wow.
followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
That's what you had to do? Just do a puzzle, a riddle, and she fall right into your arms? Okay, that's noted. Be like, you want to play a game?
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
LOL.
No, I can't pick that up.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness.
I like her a lot.
My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study,
Oh,
muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings. Richard's favorite one among them.
Me too.
A simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Okay, the more I listen to their journals and everything, the more I really like those two characters. It's sad that they both passed away.
Something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
Do you know what the combination is?
Uh-oh.
Let's
You've
get...
almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today.
Yeah.
It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favorite whiskey tonight.
You can get lit.
It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
It's funny, if I have a daughter, I would name her Lara Croft Oglesby. Please smack me if I do.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Okay.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Lara, you're doing the Lord's work. And thank you. Continue on. And save the mansion. Okay, Dad. I must be hallucinating. No, you're not. I'm just bored. Wait, how are you bored? I'm actually having fun playing this. Well, I don't know. Put me back. I got life to live. But Dad, talk to me. Well, you know what? Forget you, Dad.
So silly.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Nah, that's sweet. I'm really sad they passed away.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
It's a beautiful looking ring. Stand still. There we go.
The inscription is faded.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin,
No.
after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin.
No.
He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences, passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Nah, like, I would have been like, oh, you said...
discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Nah, I'm happy what Laura found me, but I wouldn't want to find out where they conceive me at. Like that's nice. Like, don't need to know that.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument.
Atlas, why does that sound so familiar?
For my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. The anniversary.
Oh,
was in
okay.
October.
Huh?
Which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere.
Her birthday.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October. October 13th, Mum's birthday.
And it said
Okay, back to the study time.
it was 5 days before then. So 5 take away from 13 is 9. I think I got the passcode. You can open it.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her.
LOL.
I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own.
Okay. Good thing it was a cool day outside, because I would have been sweating like a beast right now. I can teleport? Thank you.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
Condoms
If
in
it's
my...
not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you.
I got real sad I
There
could
is
let
something
her.
important in here.
Yeah,
And
same.
it's for you, should you need it someday.
The one that got me
let's
just...
hope you came through for me, Dad.
The one I got just now was the, what was it? It was the letter when they got married. Okay, let's see something. Alright. Combination, save. Alright, clues. Let's see. You know, oh, okay. So, it said the crown.
Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
Okay. So that's a crown. So what's the number with that? Oh, let's see something.
Yeah, that one too.
Wait, where is it? What's that note? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and
5. So 5.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
And he said...
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you
5.
Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia.
And
the day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, I think I got it. 5 is the number, the image on her head.
Okay, found all the clues.
4, it was 4 red blocks, because you said her favorite painting was the one with the blocks on it. That's 4. And the day of the wedding was the 9th. Yes!
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done. And I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate. A test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Jesus.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
You think it's blank?
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
You know.
A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
They're the code. Okay. Alright, I have to go back into that cellar. So that means I have to go back. Oh, I need to go back upstairs. I go back into that creepy ass cellar. Thank you. No booze. I know you're typing it now. I feel you. I hear your hand clicking on the controller. Okay, maybe she didn't do it. Okay, so this is the path. Ha ha ha! I knew he was gonna do it. Okay. Maybe the path goes the same again? 5. Okay, what the hell? No, that's not it. Okay.
A hidden message. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Alright, I'm looking at the worksheet right now. I noticed, okay, I see that the symbol on the top, that's 1. The second symbol was 4. And the last symbol looks like 9. Yeah, 9 or 7. Let's see, 9 or 7.
A hidden message.
That's a 7. So that's 9, sorry, 149. Okay, so 149. Let me try that.
Nope, that's wrong. The answer has to be on the page with the invisible ink.
147. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, just 1.
That work.
Did it wrong. I'm not in a scenery. Oh.